There's an idyllic calm about Artern, but the tranquility here is mainly due to the disappearance of the town's biggest employers since the reunification of Germany. Manfred Gerboth and Christoph Begrich recall the sense of hope they felt when the Berlin Wall fell in 1989. They themselves had actively opposed the communist regime.
There are enough people today who blame us for unemployment and so on. They ask us why we just didn't keep quiet, and that makes you sad, of course.
What East German activists wanted was not just the freedom to travel and consume, but an entirely new political system, with both its bad and good sides.
The world of work has changed completely. There used to be this camaraderie. Now it's a competitive struggle and every man for himself. But we have to live with that.
The town of Artern has suffered massive unemployment since reunification. It has had the highest rate in the state of Thuringia. Surveys show that nostalgia for the old days is growing here and elsewhere in the East. Some people even go further than that.
I'd have nothing against them rebuilding the wall and making it 10 meters higher. We'd at least have our job security and wouldn't have to watch every penny. The unemployment agency is making life hell for us, especially when you're a single parent. We don't need the West.
Disillusionment has left people longing for the past, security, solidarity, and communist-style social cohesion. They also recall the fair share of partying they did back then, despite the lack of political freedom. It was a system that not everyone believed in, but which had its benefits for those who went along with it. Some unemployed people meet at the People's Solidarity charity organization, which has survived reunification. Nobody here misses the wall, but they have all experienced disappointments with the free market system and its unexpected downsides.
They failed to say what would happen to us. It was like being thrown into cold water, all the unemployment and so forth.
What about freedom?
I don't have freedom. We used to say, I'd like to travel to A or B, but I can't do that today either.
Christina Zimmer wants change and is campaigning for a new school playground and for the mayor's office. The former teacher feels that pupils in Eastern German schools should be taught a more critical view of the old regime. She thinks it's still difficult for the old generation of teachers to do this.
People are not really conscious of their adherence to this old ideological image. I also think of some things and say, it probably wasn't that bad. And there are other things where I think, first they were abolished, and now they're being resurrected as new innovations.
Stressing the good things often means overlooking issues such as the dreaded Stasi secret police and the harassment of nonconformists. Sociologists see this as an act of defiance.
People romanticize East Germany, the Free German Youth Organization and the old products people enjoyed together. It's also a reaction to the view of the West Germans, who equate East German individuals with the system. People are proud of having survived it together and are bonded by shared memories.
Many in the West are unaware of the phenomenon and are critical when it comes to the cost of reunification, such as the construction of this new highway in Brandenburg. The government official responsible wants to see more education about the communist era, rather than dogmatic debates.
It's troubling to see the debate about East Germany being reduced to an argument about vocabulary. East Germany cannot be summed up in black and white terms. People can be proud of their lives in East Germany. But this doesn't prevent us calling it a dictatorship. Both were part of East Germany, dictatorship and good lives.
For those who actively fought the one-party regime and suffered greatly as a consequence, there is little nostalgia, on the contrary.
It really upsets me. When someone says something like that, I remind them that there are 2 communist countries left today. You can travel where you want, so why not fly to North Korea or visit Fidel Castro? You can experience life there like in the old days. That's the advantage of this system.
Freedom can be testing and painful, say Christoph Begrich and Manfred Gerboth. But they still believe that having the freedom to choose is the only true way to live.